What's up guys, Cloudie here, checking in with the very first patch notes of 2021. Let's just get right to it, see what Vespa has for us in store. Sadly, it's not a terribly big patch, the main part of it being the balance adjustment, so we will get to see that right away. And yeah, like funnily enough, the special shop update is like longer than all the 3 other posts combined. But that's, I guess, to be expected. Now, I'm sorry this is looking the way it does. This blue font is like terrible on my screen, and I have tried it on both of them, and it just like is barely readable, and my eyes are dying. So, yeah, sorry, it just looks bad. So let's see, hero balance adjustments, Artemia, share, Grammary. Now, some of you have guessed quite well what this update would mean. Basically, more damage for Artemia, more buffs for share, and Grammary has received a nice facelift too. So let's see. Light's Judgment third skill will receive or will deal additional non-hero damage, or additional damage if the target is not a hero, and the skill 4 has a higher activation chance, so that's like a bit of a damage bump for her. Well, the skill 3 one is quite good, I think. They have changed some of her perks that increased damage to non-heroes and damage reduction from all enemies, so that will make her even tankier in PvP, especially because they have also updated her unique weapon, that it's not just proccing every 16 seconds now for 10 seconds, but after every 3 skills. And like in PvP, Artemias tend to have a lot of mana anyway and get those 3 skills off super fast. So I guess this will be quite good for them. They also changed the UT4, which means that the increased non-hero damage is that it's given is increased. Now, this says here 1%, but that's actually the 0-star version of the unique treasure. It goes up higher. Now I can't exactly recall what number it was, but at the 5-star it was like, I think, 2.5% or something, and I assume this is per stack of the skill 4. So yeah, this is quite nice, I believe. They have also changed the conditions for the soul weapon, that it charges up in 20 seconds now, instead of like having to hit 150 times, which is pretty stupid, said Aisha with her 500 stack skill or whatever. So they have also changed some of the abilities of the soul weapon. This is mainly about that her soul weapon was only really good to provide buffs for other ones, but not really for herself. So now her advancement 2 phase will actually give her a nice 30% damage increase. So all in all, a nice buff for Artemia. The PvP ones aren't that prominent, I think, which is good, because I don't really think that she needs to be in a spot where she can just erase entire teams, which she can actually do. But yeah, so all in all, I don't think she became broken in PvP, but she received a nice PvE buff, so that's good to have. Now Shell has received a quite interesting change. Basically, they changed her trance mechanic, that you no longer enter trance state and then use up that trance on your next skill. Instead, now you gain these stacks of blissful performance, and after 3 skills, like before, you enter trance, but you stay in trance for a certain set of time, which is 12 seconds, and in that time you can actually use all of your abilities in that trance state, or at least that's how I understood it. So yeah, that's quite a big change for her. Should make her play a lot less clunky, should make her more useful in auto mode, where you do not control her, because you are less reliant on the auto mode picking the right skills. But she has also received some changes to her other skills, so let's see what actually those are. They have changed her perks, actually, which is the very first one is pretty nice. This is the healing skill, the green one. It increases all allies damage dealt to non-hero enemies by 20% for 8 seconds. And if you have like her max unique weapon, you can easily keep this up all the time. So 20% non-hero damage buff, especially with heroes who do not have that natively, that's quite nice. They have also changed the dark perk that when she is in trance state, of course, because you no longer use up your trance state. And then also they have changed her tier 5 dark spell, that at the start of the battle you get one blissful performance stack. So that's what they changed here. That's quite alright. Yeah. I have heard from friends that their update was pretty nice for her. That was it for like adding her to an existing World Boss team, for instance, was like a good 10% damage bump, so that's quite nice. Also, they have changed her unique weapon. It gains CC resistance, and this 300, which is mentioned here, is actually the 0-star version. I have a 5-star share, and I checked mine that it's 750 CC resistance at maximum, and then also you reduce cooldowns by 20% and gain like 1k mana at the max to max unique weapon, which is quite nice because with Technomagic gears it was rather hard to hit 100% CC resistance on her and then still have some useful stats left. So this greatly helps her if you have room to pick up the CC res perk, then you barely need anything on gear, and then you can go for the speed and maybe any defensive or offensive stats that she needs. Like you can go attack for more healing, or you can make her more tanky so she doesn't get killed that easily. That's quite nice, and the mana is also very useful. They have changed her unique treasure, that it increases her own attack and attack speed at a greater value when she is in trance, so that's also quite alright. Her soul weapon has received a pretty big update as well. Now the buff received from it will last for 20 seconds instead of 10, which is pretty good because with her constantly spamming her skills, this was a bit hard to actually time, and this way with a 20-second uptime, this is more than enough for pretty much all the burst windows that are in the game, as those are mostly 10 seconds themselves. So that's a pretty good quality of life change. They have also added things like they have changed it so that during the time of the trance you get the crit damage bonus at advancement 1, and then at advancement 2 they have bumped up the bonus to 50% with the attack and defense bonus, and the crit damage bonus goes to 100%. So all in all, a very nice update for Shea. The friends I have heard from who tried her really do love it. She didn't get back her old kit with the cooldown reduction and stuff that made her pretty much meta everywhere, but yeah, she has received a nice buff, so that's quite nice. Let's move on. Finally, yeah, they have one point here that they didn't update the tooltip for her tier 5 dark skill and her soul weapon advancement 1 in game. That will be fixed in the next update on the 19th of January, so in 2 weeks. Now, let's see, we have Gremory, who upon her release was really struggling with not really being able to deal DPS, so kind of being relegated to like a support assassin, and with some really stupid perks like her S1 perk, which was kind of stupid, I think. And they have fixed that. She should be able to do more damage. Now let's see what exactly they did. They have added some extra damage to extra attack bonus or attack increase to her S2, which is quite nice, so it should deal more damage. They have increased the damage of her S3 and upped a bit, I believe, the multiplier, the damage multiplier that it provides. Oh yeah, the stacks have been reduced a bit, but it adds more now, so essentially you get more damage increase from it in a shorter time. And they have also changed mana charge, that it increase her, which is like her S4, that it increases her damage dealt to enemies and her attack per stack, so that's quite nice. And then the Transcendence perk, yeah, this one was the one I mentioned, the first skill, Light, which reduced your damage if you went for ignore defense and reduced your bonus from your mana charges. So that was a rather stupid perk to have, because obviously you would pick it when you wanted to deal damage, but then it would halve your damage. So it was like, what were you thinking, Vespa? So they have fixed that. It no longer gonna reduce your damage, and so that's quite nice to have. Yeah, that's quite nice to have, so they removed that part. Let's see, S3 was also changed, that instead of attack speed reduction, you can increase its mana cost by 1, but its damage by 100%, which is like a pretty standard DPS perk that a lot of characters already have in the game. So yeah, that's good for her. Let's see, her unique weapon got changed, that it increases her attack speed, which should help with her cast times, but they removed the increase in attack for mana charge. But as far as I can see, this is already built into her S4 now, so she doesn't need it on the UV as well. And then there are some changes. She gets more CC ACC from her UT2, and sorry, and they fixed that the magic boost damage is also doubled from the UT, because I assume because you get fewer stacks now. So basically just to keep it in line with that, not to nerf the UT itself. And they have increased the damage of the soul weapon advancement 1 to 80% from 50. So all in all, I think she should be more viable as an actual DPS now. Looking forward to hear back from you guys who have built her. And yeah, like Saigon, I'm looking at you. Let me know, how does she work now? So okay, these are the updates. I think generally Shell is the one who won the most out of this, but it should be also nice for both Artemia and Gremory. Now if you could fix the past heroes that have gone through those terrible balance patches, that would be also nice. Okay, moving on. Special event dungeons. So Reheat and Repeat Story Dungeon 2, Part 2 is out now. You can see more of the story, and once you have cleared all the story stages, you will be able to go to the special dungeons. The rewards are the same. You get these gifts that you can hand in to them, so it's not really such a big deal. It's just you get to see more stories and then get more rewards at the end. So yeah, that's it really about it. We'll get to see about those stories later on if I get around to actually record them. Improvements and changes. So the max health of all the 3 world bosses have been increased. They have doubled them, so now we get to wait until Meta or some other whales really get to kill them again. New accumulated login rewards. This is unexpected, and I'm quite happy for this, because I was already getting to like 1,400 days, and with like no rewards so afterwards. So that's quite nice that they have added. Let's actually check how that looks like. I can show you the 1,460 days. So let's switch to that in the game a bit. So here we are in game, and let's see how this looks. So if we go to accumulated login reward, you can see the 1,400 days, which is in 2 days for me, will be, well, that's it's alright. It's like a bit lackluster, but it could be good. Maybe we get to have something nice randomly. But then the 1,460 days, 2 unique weapons, 2 unique treasures, and 2 event artifact tickets. Now this is the big deal. The event artifacts were just on sale a couple days ago with the 2020 sales, and it was like 8,000 rubies for one, and you get 2 of these now. So in terms of ruby value, this is really pretty nice. I'm glad that Vespa wasn't terribly stingy with them, and I hope that the remaining ones will be good too, and that they keep updating these as the game progresses, because yeah, we all love our rewards. Now let's get back to the patch notes. So yeah, accumulated login rewards, and then changes to the Orwell background. To celebrate the new year, the background of Orwell Castle will be changed, and also we get new challenge raids, or well, the same ones just recycled. Urkak will be the new solo raid starting next week, and after that the new party challenge will be Obrigard, and it will reward Circle of Friendship, which is quite nice. That's a lot of them actually, lots of NPC points. My alt is already feeling super happy, especially because Lex doesn't know yet that he's gonna carry me. Haha. Alright, yeah, and both of these actually get like a bit of an HP and defense and attack upgrade, so to make them a bit less easy to kill now with all those TM gears and soul weapons that we have. And then there are some minor hotfixes and bug fixes, nothing really exciting. So that's really the patch notes. We can have at the event page a little bit, have a look at the events, see what they have added. It's not terribly interesting. We get the central neighborhood burning time again. I think this is pretty nice to do for eaters. You can get a lot of blue and purple ones at a 50% stamina discount. So if you still need those kind of eaters, then that's definitely the way to do it now. You can farm away lots and lots of stamina in this one, but with this bonus you get to get your eaters up faster. I don't really recommend doing the other ones. I think not even the gold one, especially the gold one, seemed really not worth it for me when I tested it. But yeah, at least the eater one is there. And sorry, I scrolled down too fast. We have some bonus for 100% increased gold and XP gain from battles. This will also last for the next 2 weeks, and it stacks with all the boosters and stuff. So it's quite nice. They do say where this is actually worth. So chapters, or where it works: chapters, Tower of Challenge, and Stockade, and then also in central neighborhood dungeons, which is interesting. So yeah, we have this one. It's like a bit of a bonus, makes it easier to level up stuff. Again, my alt is rejoicing about that. My main doesn't really need this anymore, but the gold boost is also nice to have. It makes our lives easier. So that's really it. They haven't mentioned anything else. No mention of spend event. I was really hoping for a spend event because my alt is drowning in inventory space and badly needs to buy some to spend those rubies. But yeah, no sale just yet. Which also means that as far as I recall, the step up summon for reheat and repeat will be ending on this day, so they will not start a spending even before that. I might just wait actually till next week to do mine, but it doesn't seem like they will be doing that this time around. Not like they did with like Fallen Frey, I believe, where it started in the middle of the step up summon, so that was kind of lame, but not this time it seems. So that's it, guys. I said it's not really a terribly big patch with much interesting and exciting stuff. But who knows, maybe Vespa's stuff are also people and had some holidays and didn't have really the time to work on big updates for us. So let me know what you guys think. Are you excited about the changes for these 3 heroes, or to see more of the stories of Reheat and Repeat? And yeah, this has been Cloudie for now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.